Again, that hood is just remarkable.
And that's not waxed.
And it's not even waxed yet, guys. So it's going to be even better. Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Welcome back, everyone. We have reached the detailing phase for the 1985 Smoke Silver 300 CD. Today, I'm going to back it out of the garage. I'm going to degrease the engine compartment, and then I'm going to remove all the wheels and clean the wheel wells and the undercarriage. Then next, it's going to go over to Scott, and he's going to buff and polish and put a nice wax on the car, and she should be ready to go after that. So I encourage you to stay to the end of the video so you can see the work that Scott does. It's truly amazing. All right, guys, all of the zinc plating is still on this engine, so I don't need to replate anything, but I just want to use my degreaser and just knock any, grease and dirt and grime off the engine. And so we're going to spray the degreaser all over everything and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then just hit it with a low powered pressure washer. Pretty simple process, and I like to get up here in front of the engine and really clean up here. Just going to let that soak for a little while. Let me get all up in here, down in here behind the headlights. And I just cover the fenders with plastic just so I don't get degreaser on the paint. Okay, so while that's soaking, I'm going to go ahead and pop off the front wheel, and I'm going to start cleaning under the undercarriage and the wheel well. All right, we'll just let that sit for a few minutes, and while that's sitting, I'll go ahead and finish the engine compartment. Guys, I want to show you how big of a difference that makes. Look at that. That's all of the original paint. Now you can see some cavity wax or cosmoline dripping down right there. But look how clean. Look how clean all of this got. Original Smoke Silver paint under there. So I'm going to go do that on all the rest of the wheels and wheel wells, and then we'll take it over to Scott. Guys, look how much better that looks. That's back down to the original paint. I also got up under the undercarriage and on the underside of the car by sticking the pressure washer in there. And over here you can still see, here's where the factory paint, where they would spray the rocker panel and then they would whip the paint gun around in there, and you see that factory paint is now exposed where they splashed it right on there like that. But yeah, That looks awesome in there now. Let's go ahead and get the rest of the wheel wells done and the undercarriage on the other side. All right guys, this is the rear passenger and I've got it soaking in degreaser. And let me show you the before and after. Look at that, guys. All the factory original paint. Beautiful condition. And again, you can see over here, that's where they would spray the rocker panels, and the paint, they would get it right there when they, they would just overrun it a little bit. So that's factory original rocker panel paint. That looks awesome. All right, guys, we're down to the last wheel well, and I can get this undercarriage from over here. Absolutely beautiful. And I got underneath the front valance and on the side of the oil pan and under the rocker panels, and we are done and ready to go to Scott. First, let's go up and take a look at our engine compartment. All right, guys, we have the vehicle back in the shop, and I took a air hose and just dried off the engine after degreasing. And guys, that's about as good as it gets. This is a 100% original with all of the original zinc dichromate plating. This has not been replated, guys. That is the original plating. Look how bright it is on this car. Now you can even see up here on the cruise control actuator, all this waxy substance. That's the cosmoline sprayed from the factory. You can see it over here on the AC manifold line. You can see it dripping down here and on here. All that, there you go. There's a bunch of cosmoline that was sprayed up in here. And I'm not removing all that because that's what gives the car its, originality. But this came out absolutely beautiful. You can see, you might think the power steering pump is dirty or the pulley is dirty. That's that cosmoline that was sprayed on there. And that stuff doesn't come off with degreaser. There you go. It's all in the places. All in the right places. Anyway, so this came out fantastic. Just beautiful condition. 56,000 mile engine, you guys. Guys, even the battery hold down brackets still have the zinc plating on this car. This zinc plating is a corrosion inhibitor. And because this car is out of Arizona, there was never any reason for it to corrode anything. So all the zinc plating is still everywhere. Still on the bracket for the little blue flying saucer for the transmission. Still over here on the coils. It's just it's remarkable. Up here on the power steering lines, it's everywhere. Back here on the throttle bracket, the zinc plating is still on the oil cooler mounting bracket and the radiator clips. It's still everywhere. See, there's some cosmoline that was sprayed on by the factory there, and you can see it sprayed on right here. I guess they just took that stuff and sprayed it everywhere. And just as one last final touch, I added the insulation back onto the AC manifold. From the factory, they came with a pipe insulation right here that would keep it from sweating. And so I've added that original style insulation back onto the engine. Very, very rare to see a car 38 years old and in this condition. Looks awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, get this car over to Scott, and please stay tuned. You definitely want to see what this car looks like when he's done buffing and polishing the paint. All right, guys, we're over here at Scott's, and he is working his magic. Let's go see what he's up to. What's up, Scott? Guys, it's the day before Thanksgiving, and we're still going 100 miles an hour. Oh, nice. I see Scott's got everything taped off, and he is doing the Trizact process. Now, keep in mind, guys, that's That's original paint, and it's in excellent condition, but just wait till you see it when Scott's done with it. And, you know, like normal, everything's been taped off because you do not want the buffer to hit any of your trim pieces. And you can see this is like white residue. It's not the actual smoked silver paint, but because this is a base coat clear coat car. And we're not removing the clear coat, we're just doing a light sanding on it in order to bring it back to just immaculate condition. So I'll let Scott go ahead and finish what he's doing. You can see all the emblems are removed, and the rear trim piece is removed back here so we can get under the emblems, because there's always a lot of diesel buildup under in this area. All right, guys, this is Trizac. This is a 3M product. This is around, it's like, feels like an onion skin. It's like 3,000 grit. And then you go into polishing and waxing after this. And see, he doesn't hold it on one area very long. It's just, you know, just lightly go over each area, you know, just to knock the dust off. But this just gives it an amazing shine and makes it so smooth, and it just makes the original paint incredible.
The wet process actually cuts better, and it's a finer finish. I can go all the way up to 8,000 grit, but most people are like, you're nuts, because why do you want to do that? Well,
most people would not even notice.
Most people wouldn't even notice. But
now maybe if we're talking about like a $10 million Ferrari at Goodings, okay, sure.
The reason you go through those steps is to cut down on the amount of compounding you have to do after.
That makes sense.
It makes it easier. The finish comes up quicker.
That makes sense.
It looks really nice. So that when they finally go to the buffing and polishing, it's much easier to do. You're not using a really super aggressive compound.
Now, that's just water, Scott?
Yes. No, it's Perrier, actually.
It's Perrier.
Like that dude in California. I only wash my cars with Perrier.
And this, guys, this is the 3M Trizac, and when you feel it, it literally feels like a rough, like dishwasher sponge.
Not quite that rough, but it's
yeah.
It's got
no,
really,
not like the green side, the sponge side.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a little bit of texture on
or like
there's this you can't see.
There's not much to it. It's just barely sanding. Here we go. This is it in the light.
You can see grit.
Yeah, it's like the softest sandpaper I've ever felt. You know what I mean? It's like it's barely there.
But even if you look at this and the 5,000 and the 8,000, you really can't see any difference. But there is a vast difference.
Okay, guys, the next step is using the heavy cut compound, and that's going to take off all the residue. And here, I'll let Scott explain it.
Okay. The secret compound.
Anyway, I'll just show you when he's done. How about that? Guys, Scott is done with the trunk area. Still working on the rest of the car, but guys, check this out. This, I mean, that's about as perfect as it gets. Let's see if I can get it with the light on it there. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. Smooth as a baby's butt. All right, guys, I'm going to come back to Scott's shop probably tomorrow or Friday, and we're going to see what the finished car looks like. So we'll see you guys in a second. Okay, we're back. It's the next day. Scott is still buffing and polishing away. Are you done with the hood?
Yes.
Yeah, look.
It's not waxed.
It's not waxed yet, but guys, check that out. I always like to show the reflection of the ceiling in the paint. Look at that. It just came out remarkable. So while Scott is doing that, he's still working on the rest of the car. I'm over here cleaning the original floor mats. I've already shampooed and used the rotary brush on them, and they came out super nice. Hopefully this light is not glaring in the camera too much. There we go. I'll stand over here. Yeah, they came out very, very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and cover these with plastic so they don't get messed up and get them back in the car. All right, I'm right over the lip here.
I'll flatten it.
Perfect. Hold on. All right, I'm just over the lip here.
You're gonna have to move that mat.
Okay, now these will be protected. I won't get my dirty feet on them. We'll go ahead and get these back in the car. Okay, these rear carpets cleaned up beautifully. Let me show you the original mats. I've got them out here drying, and they cleaned up awesome. Here's the original floor mats, and I'm just going to put these in the trunk. But yeah, these cleaned up great too. Also finished doing the carpets today. Vacuumed the interior. Carpets came out extremely nice. All right, guys, 3/4 of the car is done. We're just finishing up on day 2 here, and I'm very happy with the results. Look at that. Polish the trim. Oh, there's a little rubbing compound right there we need to wipe off. Yeah, this just came out remarkable. Got all the emblems back on the car, and we also finished the trunk today. Cleaned up really well in here, took out the carpet, vacuumed all of this, cleaned the underneath here, cleaned the spare. There's the hang tag, the toolkit. And Scott is gonna finish this side. You see the compound is still on this side. This will be finished up tomorrow. You can see where he kind of stopped right there. But it's coming along nicely. Again, that hood is just remarkable. And it's not even waxed yet, guys. So it's going to be even better. All right, guys, it's day 3 and Scott is finished detailing. Let's follow him in here and take a look at this car. Scott, how did it go?
Pretty good.
Let's go look at it.
I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, man. Holy cow. Hang on, let me feel this. Oh, you put that special sauce on here. It's so smooth. I still don't know how you get that.
secret.
All right, guys, look at that. That's as good as it gets. Oh, I see you even polished these the headlight bezels.
Yep, I polished those.
Oh my God, look at the chrome. Wow.
Chrome did underneath.
Oh, you did under it?
Under the bumper. Tried to clean
Holy cow.
Tried to clean up the valance behind the bumper.
Yeah, it's super clean under there. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, Scott, this is fantastic. God, look at the wheels. And the wheel wells. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm keeping this one. Cars like this, it always hurts to see them go.
Polished all this stuff here.
Oh, wow, look at that.
It's even as smooth as the paint.
Take off this little piece of tape right there.
Oops.
Scott, this looks fantastic. Let's show them the inside. All right, Scott just put the interior light across there. Let me go over here and show you guys. Yeah, guys, check that out. That's all the original wood too. That is that's as good as it gets, you guys. Look at these seats. Look at the dash.
The interior is weathered well.
Yeah, this interior is outstanding, isn't it?
Time,
New tires. Check out these wheels, guys. Absolutely beautiful. Look how clean it is under there. Did you do on the rear too, underneath the rear bumper?
Yes, I believe we did.
Wow, look at that. Here, let's go take a peek back here. Gosh, this bumper is awesome also. Let me take a peek under here. Oh yeah. Wow, man, he really cleaned well under here. Look at that. It's beautiful. Here, let's show you guys the motor. Check that out. Guys, that's all the original zinc plating. I see Scott cleaned up all the core support and also all up along there. Man, yeah, this looks awesome, Scott.
Went across the tops of the lights too.
Yeah, this looks great.
Way better than they were.
It's really hard to find them with that original zinc plating like that. All right, guys, that's it. 3 days of detailing, and this car is as perfect as it will ever get. So hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned. We're going to do the walk around and test drive video next. See you next time.